From making small amounts of money by cuddling with cute little puppies to making life-changing amounts of money with just a small laptop. These are the 16 top ways that you can make money from home this year.
Okay, so this YouTuber with over 800,000 subscribers claims that you can make $350 per day using either one of the 16 side hustles that you can apparently do from home, all with just this. Today we're gonna put Joshua's claim to the test and try and make $350 in the next 24 hours. Okay, so this is the first side hustle.
This site right here, Data Annotation, will pay you really good money to train AI chatbot. And while this might sound complicated, no specific background experience is actually required. Because basically all you're doing is just using various AI chat tools and then writing about your experience using those tools.
Okay, so in theory, all I have to do is try a couple of AI chatbots and share my experience and I get paid. Seems simple enough, let's give this a shot. Okay, so I register with an email address and right away I get greeted with a message saying that there are no open projects available right now, but if I keep my profile updated, something might come along. So we'll just keep this open for now and we'll come back to it later. In the meantime, we'll just look at the next side hustle.
Now, if you don't have a lot of spare time on your hand, but you still want to make some spare money, online microtasking might be the perfect way for you to start making money from the comfort of your home.
Okay, so basically this website will pay you for completing microtasks. So I guess we're just gonna sign up to it right now. My mailbox is gonna be full of spam after this challenge. Okay, so registering is really easy. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes, but unfortunately, cloud research isn't available in my country, so I can't really do this side hustle. So we'll just move on to the next one.
Now, while you won't make a fortune completing online surveys, if you're looking for an easy way to make a little bit of extra cash while waiting in line at the store or watching TV at night, why not do it?
Okay, so completing surveys is actually a really popular way to make some extra cash on the side. Now, Google Opinion Rewards and Swagbucks aren't available in my country, so I'm just gonna go with Rewardy here. So after I install it on my phone, the app never actually loads up, but we're not gonna give up. We're gonna try a different one here called Add a Poll. So I fill out a bit of info and right away we start off with 0.14 euros. I mean, hey, at least it's some progress after about an hour. We get a first survey to fill out about e-cigarettes, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so after spending about 15 minutes filling it out, we get a sorry, the company conducting the survey disqualified you and we don't have any more surveys. And our balance actually dropped from 0.14 euros to 0.02. Okay, so this app is clearly not working, but no biggie, we'll just try another app. This one's called Make Money. Seems reliable. I mean, it's got 2,000 5-star reviews. Okay, earn credits, make money fast, that sounds great. And oh, we get a welcome gift and 20 free attendance rewards, whatever that means. Want to earn more credits watching a short video? Sure. So, as expected, watching this video earns you nothing. Actually, the app crashed. And the app asks to be allowed to track your activity, and I'm definitely not gonna allow that since this seems kind of like a spam. Now, to be honest, I have tried other apps and none of them seem to work for me. 90% seem to be just viruses and scams, but I have heard that Swagbucks and Survey Junkie are really good. It's just that they're not available in my country. And I've actually never heard about anyone making more than $30 per day filling out surveys. Alright, this is the next side hustle.
There are a lot of different websites that will pay you good money to take pictures. And these pictures can range from scenery, people doing various things, animals, buildings, events, and even things like drops of water or blades of grass.
Okay, so essentially Joshua is just talking about selling stock photography here, which is really good because I'm a wedding photographer and I have tons of images that I never really uploaded to any stock websites. And I actually do have an account on Shutterstock. So we're just gonna jump on there and I'm gonna start uploading about 50 to 60 photos, see if someone or anyone is interested in buying these. Okay, I uploaded about 50 images, so we're gonna come back later and check if there's any progress with this. And in the meantime, I can actually check data annotations. We'll hit a refresh here and still no projects available. So we're gonna come back to this later as well.
Transcription is when you turn spoken words into written text. In other words, listening to audio recordings or videos and typing out exactly what you hear. And more than ever, companies are paying people really good money to transcribe things for them.
Okay, so this side hustle is about transcribing audio to written form. Now, according to my knowledge, this isn't an easy side hustle at all. Transcriptionists without any kind of experience are looking to make between 30 to 50 cents per minute of audio transcribed. That means if you have a 1-hour audio project, you're looking to make between $18 to $30 per project. And for reference, an average beginner with absolutely no experience takes about 3 hours to transcribe a 1-hour audio file. This is of course dependent on the audio quality as well. So all in all, if you do all the math, you're looking to make less than the minimum hourly wage in the US. Not to mention that a lot of companies nowadays use AI software to do most of the heavy lifting when it comes to audio transcribing, since it does the job 80% of the time. You're more likely to land a job as a legal or a medical transcriptionist, but for that you need to pass an exam and follow certain guidelines. Now, since Joshua uses TranscribeMe as an example, if I go to their website, you'll see that they're only looking for a legal transcriptionist for the moment. And for that, I need to pass a general entrance exam followed by a legal team entrance exam. So yeah, this is definitely not something that everybody can do. So this side hustle is crossed off the list. Let's move on to the next one.
Is making and selling online courses. E-learning platforms such as Udemy and Skillshare allow anyone with any skill to create and sell courses.
Okay, yeah, so actually online courses are a great way to make money. The problem is that they require that you build up an audience first. For example, I have several Photoshop tutorials on my channel, but it took me a good several months for those videos to gain traction and get views. My videos on making wall art mockups for Etsy made between $150 and $190. But that's only after being up on YouTube for several months. Same with my tutorials on opening an Etsy shop and uploading digital products, all of which took a good several months and reaching around 10,000 subscribers to make money. If I average everything out and if I'm being very generous, I'd say over the course of the lifespan of a video, I made about $10 to $15 per day. Now, if you look at Joshua's channel, he has over 800,000 subscribers and he has a WordPress tutorial that has only 26,000 views. Now, I don't know how much money he makes with that video, but considering it's 4 hours long and it likely took multiple weeks to produce and only 8% of his audience has actually watched it. So even if you have a pretty big audience, there's no guarantees that people are going to watch or buy your course.
So there is a certain business model out there that lets you make money by selling products that you never actually have to own.
Okay, so Joshua is actually talking about dropshipping and general e-commerce here, and I can testify that this works. I've actually done it. So in February 2023, I opened an Etsy store and I made over $7,000. I've been selling website templates and in the meantime, I have closed that store down, but it was actually one of the side hustles that made me a pretty good amount of money. But again, we're not talking about making $350 per day. I mean, nowhere near that amount. Okay, so at this point, I want to check if there's any update with data annotations and Shutterstock. And if I hit a refresh here, yep, no update on data annotations, and on Shutterstock, yeah, no images sold. I do, however, have several spam emails in my mailbox from signing up to all these apps. So at this point, I'm pretty convinced we're not going to make $350 today, as most of these side hustles that do work require at least a couple of days to weeks to set up. So instead, what I'll do is just tell you what side hustles I've done that have worked for me. So first off, filling out surveys and doing some quick online microtransactions is not going to get you a good return for your time. You're just going to end up wasting multiple hours of your life for a few extra dollars in return. You're actually much better off investing that time into a service-based side hustle. This could be anything from house painting to car washing, but what worked for me was wedding photography and videography. Now, since I started this without any knowledge or experience, I had to invest several months into education and practice, working for free, working weekends, balancing a full-time job, and basically just making sacrifices. But after 4 years, I have reached the point where it's become my main source of income, and I've been traveling the world documenting weddings in places like Spain, Italy, and Dubai, and I make tens of thousands of dollars just from a single weekend. The same with my YouTube channel right here, where at this point I must have invested several thousands of hours scripting, editing, and posting all the videos on my financial journey. It took me 4 months to get monetized, and it's going to take a hell of a lot more work to get to a point where I can comfortably say that it's my primary source of income. And again, this is pretty much the same with my web design business. I started that store back in 2023. It took me about 4 weeks to build 3 website templates with absolutely no guarantees that I will ever make a single dollar out of them. But I stuck to it regardless. I put in the work, I made the websites, I made some mistakes, but along the way I started figuring things out, and after a good several months I started making my first cash. The point I'm trying to make is basically any side hustle you start, especially the ones that make $350 per day, will require time, investment, and sacrifice. And Joshua knows this very well. I mean, he worked as a web developer and he has a YouTube channel that he took years to build and make money from. It's definitely not easy, but completely doable provided you put in the time and the effort. Now, that was my experience with these quick money-making side hustles, but perhaps you have a different experience. Perhaps you found a side hustle that worked for you. Please do share it in the comments with others. And as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.